Notice she wasn't a kung fu master. She wasn't a John Wick character. All she did was pay attention to her surroundings, notice and use her intuition that something was off, and then take action on it. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I am Adam Jolly, here to provide you self-defense tips and tricks to help you become a more confident, competent, and capable protector for yourself and your family. And in this episode, it's actually pretty insane. This is a video that was highlighted for Facebook. I came across it on Facebook. I had to have it so I could share with you guys and react to it because I watched the beginning and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is insane. So this gal walks into a gas station. Now, pretty normal. We walk into gas stations all the time, whether it be get snacks or whatever. But notice that she's by herself. Nothing illegal about that. You're allowed to be by yourself. And as she walks in, she's putting in her headphones into both ears. She's very pretty. And you notice this guy back here that notices her. I mean, I'm a dude, and I guarantee you, if I saw her walk in, I would look over and be like, wow, she's very pretty. And then I'd move on with my day. I mean, that's just that she's very pretty. I mean, there's no two ways about it. And so that part's normal, but watch what he does after. And that's the part that gets creepy. So let's pretend you're a normal guy real quick, or just someone that finds another person attractive that walks in and you notice this individual. What are you looking at? Well, you could say that he's just continuing to just be starstruck by her, but the reason why this person who edited the video, and I'm going to share his information down in the comments or the comment section below and in the description. This is where I got it from. I'm going to give credit to him. But the point is that they've highlighted a couple things. She pulls out her phone, has her AirPods in, so she can't hear things. She's in her own little world listening to music while this guy is just staring at her, and he is evaluating her. He's assessing her. See, believe it or not, we talk about situational awareness and how it's important for us to protect ourselves and stop being victims and all this stuff. That's great. But bad guys use situational awareness just as much, if not more than you, because they're doing bad things. So they're going to have to pay attention to where are the cops. They're going to have to pay attention to who's going to be my victim. How do I pick a victim? I mean, if you recall from The Lion King, where one of the three hyenas goes, hey, can we just pick one of the small sickly ones instead of chasing the big buffalo? It's the same type of thing. Instead of chasing that water buffalo, pick the small sickly ones. They evaluate. You pick whatever's easiest in order to get your prey. And this guy is doing exactly that. So she walks in and he notices her and he's staring at her. These guys are staring. Now imagine you're actually paying attention. Okay. I'm going to move this just a little bit right here. Imagine that you're paying attention and you look and you see these guys just, would that not give you pause for concern? I mean, think about it. Like, that should be, if she was paying attention, that'd be a red flag. Now we have this thing, if you don't know it, it's called the Color Code of Awareness by Cooper. And basically what it does is it's got 4 levels. You have white, you have yellow, you have orange, and then you have red. And each one represents a higher level of threat assessment. So white is like when you're sleeping, you're completely oblivious. You're out. You're not paying attention to anything. You're dreaming. And then there's yellow, which is our day-to-day. We're just kind of generally in that state most of the time. And then orange is where we get a little bit more concerned. We're paying attention to things a little bit. And then red is like alarm code red. We got to do something, get away, fight, flight, whatever it is. Right now, she's like, because of the headphones and because of the, phone and everything else, she's not really looking around. She's not being aware of her surroundings. She's not noticing these guys just staring at her and evaluating her as a potential victim. And it says, you found the perfect victim. And now they're hunting. They're mirroring her movements. They're stalking her now. She kind of pulls in, so he goes to look. Oh, let me, mess around and try to act like I'm shopping around. She's not paying any attention. This lady is. Think about that. 2 completely different people. Both in the store, both women. One is actually almost instantly noticing what's wrong, and the other one is not. She's aware, she's being, she's paying attention. He makes whatever that is. Now, this is a classic tactic. Basically, he's setting up to intercept. And the other guy keeps an eye on her. And the store owner continues to watch. And that's the interesting thing. And she says, "What are you looking at, sir?" And that's her kind of, I guess, polite way of trying to let him know, "Hey, you're being freaking weird. You need to knock that off." And he says, "Mind your business, lady," and then moves on. Now she has a decision to make. You either, imagine if you're in her shoes. Do you act, do something, or do you ignore? Now, in this case, we're quarterbacking this a little bit, but like, imagine what would you do in this scenario? Yeah, I mean, you have a couple options. You either ignore it and you just go, well, I mean, nothing's happened yet. I mean, the guys are being freaking weird. I'll just move on with my day. Not my business. A lot of people do that kind of thing. They try to disassociate themselves from responsibility. But in this case, she actually acts. She hit the panic button, it says. Now, they make that highlight and that noise. It's not actually doing that. It's a quiet panic button. The cops are going to be on their way. They're notified. It says the woman calls an Uber. So now here's the thing. I'm not victim blaming here. That's not what the whole point is. But she has headphones in. She's not paying attention. She's not looking around. And on top of that, she doesn't even have a car to just get in and go away. So she is a victim buffet. I mean, she really is. It's like just easy, ripe for the picking from a evaluation standpoint for bad guys. And so that's just something to think about, is the fact that you need to know that there are people like that that just are watching you. They're hunting you. And they're trying to decide whether or not to take advantage of you or your kids or your spouse. She's calling an Uber. So this guy does a classic tactic. I mean, this is a classic tactic. If you go up and say, "Hey, do you need a ride?" or "Hey, what time is it? Do you have a watch? I don't have a watch." Or, whatever the tactic is to try to get close to you, to engage with you and close that distance. "Hey, I'll give you a ride." And she's like, "No, I'm okay." Right there, if I were to go up, or if you were most likely to go up and ask, "Hey, do you need help?" to somebody, and they say, "No, we're okay," or "I'm okay." Okay, well, thought I'd ask. I appreciate you. Thanks for your time. Sorry to bother you. Move on. That's normal. That's what nice people typically do. They try to be of service. Well, this guy continues to insist. And when someone continues to insist, that can be a problem. Hey, so now they're getting into the tactic of, hey, it wasn't easy just for her to just say, "Oh, yeah, okay," and then they can just take her willingly. He takes the bag to show intimidation, and he's opening up the door to prepare to grab her. And now they're trying to force her into the van. This lady was watching, sees this whole thing happening. And so while that's going on, she goes, calls for her friend who's in the store, and they both grab improvised weapons. They grab whatever they can. In this case, it's a broom. And the other lady grabs like some sort of wooden dowel or something like that, or a bat, and close the door to where they are about to rush out. They rush outside, and this guy is walking by. Like, does he not know what's going on? Was he not paying attention? Did he not notice this? Is he ignoring? Or, like I said, is he just saying, "Oh, it's not my problem"? Or is he like not paying attention at all? I mean, it looks like he has his phone out too. And he notices these two rush by, and he, doesn't get involved from what I can see. They close the doors, trying to stop her. Too many witnesses, too many people acting. The guy gets in the car. They go to get out of here. I mean, it's pretty horrendous. And there's a fair point. The men have failed this time. So, I mean, to be honest, these guys have probably done this more than once. They had a coordinated attack. They had a plan. It was coordinated. They had rehearsed it or something. And she's doing the right thing, taking photos. there's anything you should know, always take photos so that you have evidence for the cops. And as you're taking photos, the cop shows up. And at this point, because you notice that there's a couple other cop cars, they get out and points that they went that way, and they're gonna go chase after them. So this lady right here, she actually is king here. I mean, she's just awesome because she used situational awareness. Notice she wasn't a kung fu master. She wasn't a John Wick character. I mean, all she did was pay attention to her surroundings, notice and use her intuition that something was off, and then decided to take action on it. And luckily, because of the fact that she hit the panic button so that it allowed the cops to show up, and that she then grabbed a friend who was there, she called for help, and then grabbed an improvised weapon and then took action. I mean, all those things are great. Now, had that guy decided to be a lot more violent, that, have a knife, a gun, things could have ended a lot, it was risky. It really was risky for her to do that. But the fact that she took action, she was a protector. She was a sheepdog in that moment. That is what we are aiming for ourselves, is to, again, not victim blame here. We're not trying to be like that girl who has headphones in her ears, just not paying attention. Instead, we want to be like that gal who was at the store as the store owner, or the one running the store, who is paying attention, taking action, and she did all the correct things in that scenario to protect that gal and make sure that she didn't come away a victim or worse. So with that being said, guys, I hope that this helped you. Take the time to watch this video as many times as you'd like. Mentally rehearse for yourself in each of the shoes of those people. Play with some empathy here. Imagine yourself in each one of those people's shoes, including the bad guys, understanding where they're coming from, because the more you understand the reasons and actions that people take in these scenarios, the more of that preparedness that you will have to actually recognize when those things are happening to you or those you love. And so with that, guys, thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit down in the comment section below what you thought was the most important part to note of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.